In Hong Kong, Inspector Lee, played by the legendary Jackie Chan, is closing in on a major crime boss, Jun Tao. After a high energy bust at the harbor, Lee discovers that some valuable Chinese artifacts have been stolen. But before he can celebrate, he learns troubling news. His friend, Consul Han, is leaving for a diplomatic post in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, across the ocean in LA, we meet Detective James Carter, played by Chris Tucker. Loud, flashy, and a bit of a one-man show, Carter's in the middle of his own operation, trying to bust some arms dealers. It's pure chaos, complete with explosions, unnecessary dance moves, and way too much attitude for one detective. In LA, Consul Han's young daughter, Soo Young, is on her way to school until she's suddenly kidnapped in broad daylight. A mysterious crew intercepts the convoy, and just like that, she's gone. FBI agents swarm the scene and take charge of the investigation. But Han, worried about trusting strangers, calls in the one man he does trust, Inspector Lee from Hong Kong. The FBI, not thrilled about international interference, decide to keep Lee out of the loop by assigning him a babysitter, none other than Carter. And here's where the magic begins. Carter thinks he's being rewarded. Lee thinks he's there to help, but neither of them knows the FBI just wants them both out of the way. What follows is a hilarious culture clash. Carter talks too much, Lee barely speaks, and neither trusts the other. Carter drags Lee all over LA in an attempt to ditch him. But Lee's no rookie. Whether it's running up billboards, vaulting over fences, or dodging a traffic, Lee always keeps up and usually saves Carter from himself. They bicker, banter, and slowly start to bond, even if they won't admit it. Carter's impressed by Lee's martial arts skills, and Lee is amused by Carter's nonstop chatter. This unlikely partnership starts to make real progress on the case, sometimes by accident. As Lee and Carter begin piecing together clues, they uncover a trail that leads them into some dangerous territory. Their investigation takes them to Chinatown, a suspicious art gallery, and a high-stakes restaurant meeting full of shady characters. Each encounter gets more intense and more hilarious. Whether they're fending off thugs in a pool hall or causing chaos at a fancy party, the duo keeps getting closer to the truth and getting on the nerves of every law enforcement agency in the city. They also meet a few key players: Sang, a ruthless enforcer tied to the kidnapping, and Agent Russ, the stiff FBI man who constantly underestimates them. But the biggest question remains: who is Juntao, and why is he after Consul Han? Despite the odds, Lee and Carter start working as a real team. Carter even starts listening, while Lee opens up just a little more. Their friendship builds through trial, error, and a lot of near-death experiences. Carter even begins to take the case personally, connecting with Soo Young's fear and Lee's sense of duty. He realizes that maybe, just maybe, he's not the lone wolf he thought he was. And Lee? He sees that Carter may be unorthodox, but he has heart. The pair begin pulling together the final threads of the plot. But just as they're closing in on Juntao's identity and motives,